Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to our late afternoon update. I'm Victoria Holmes here in the WNCT Digital Studio. The U.S. Coast Guard and several partner agencies are looking for two people that went missing after a helicopter crashed in the Albermarle Sound. This is a developing story. Stay with WNCT for updates. Jacksonville's municipal elections have been rescheduled for March of 2022. Now, this isn't the only city pushing back their elections. The delays are due to COVID-19. Not all cities have completed the required data needed for redistricting. Municipal elections were scheduled for November 2nd, 2021, but under the new NC law, the city of Jacksonville will hold city council elections on March 8th, 2022. This law only changes the dates for the 2021 elections and will not affect any future elections. Cities have until November 17, 2021 to complete the redistricting and notify the appropriate Board of Elections. The Carolina Water System is withdrawing from a deal with Carteret County Commissioners about selling one of the county's public water systems. Commissioner Ed Wheatley says the company dropped the deal when they were coming to a final decision at their most recent meeting. Moving forward, commissioners will regroup and see what other options are best for the community. One of those options includes revisiting the second highest bid from Aqua. That bid is for $9 million. The conversation for the sale is now tabled until the next meeting, and we don't know when that meeting will be. Stay with WNCT for updates. And across the state, the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services will pull the lucky numbers for the vaccine lottery. The drawings are part of the state's Bringing Summer Back, Get Out the Vaccine campaign to increase awareness of the availability and safety of COVID-19 vaccines, and also encourage North Carolinians to get a COVID-19 vaccine as soon as they can. You can read the details on our website. Also tomorrow, state senators will discuss a bill to legalize marijuana for medical use. The Senate Judiciary Committee approved the bill 2 weeks ago. Under the proposal, patients would qualify for medical marijuana if they have a debilitating medical condition, such as cancer, epilepsy, HIV/AIDS, Parkinson's disease, or multiple sclerosis. Supporters hope the bill will expand to include more medical conditions like severe migraines, so even more people can have access. And here's a quick update from Onslow County. Because of the potential for bad weather, Operation Jumpstart, scheduled for Sunday, July 25th, is being rescheduled to August 8th, 2021. And speaking of weather, Alex Waslenko has our forecast for the rest of the week.
Everybody's experiencing gloomy conditions as temperatures are expected to top out in the lower to middle 80s today, with continued humid conditions as well. By the overnight into early Wednesday morning, the last little bit of moisture from that stationary front begins to dissipate and push out to sea. It all comes as a cold front puts a squeeze play on that stationary boundary and helps to give it one last little push out into the Atlantic. To follow that cold front will be some northerly winds by Thursday, but don't expect any cooler air by Thursday. In fact, we'll warm back up into the upper 80s to low 90s to wrap up the work week. Be sure to download the free Storm Team 9 weather app so you can track all the latest ups and downs with those temperatures this week. Temperatures will go from the lower to middle 80s today under mostly cloudy skies with isolated showers, all the way back into the low 90s by Thursday afternoon with partly sunny skies and dry weather to boot. Along the coast, it is a similar looking forecast with a warm up on the way, upper 80s expected as we head into the weekend with partly sunny skies and maybe a sea breeze shower or storm on Friday. Otherwise, that weekend looking clean and pristine. Have yourselves a terrific Tuesday, everyone. I'm your Storm Team 9 meteorologist, Alex Waslenko.
Welcome back. Many are shocked after hearing about a Union County coach that died after trying to rob a drug stash house. Our sister station reports on the two sides in the life of this man.
Barney Harris coached basketball and track here at Union Charter Academy. Some say he was loved by his students, but investigators in Alamance County say Harris plotted to rob a drug stash house and died.
Sometimes you don't know what people are doing.
A lot of people didn't know this side of Barney Harris. On April 8th, the Alamance County Sheriff says Harris broke into a drug stash house to allegedly rob the men living there of drugs and money. Investigators are not sure of the full details, but know a shootout ensued.
What was found was over 30-some shell casings in the trailer and outside of the trailer, and 3 other mobile homes in that particular part with bullet holes in them.
Harris died at the scene, and investigators say Alonzo Beltran Lara, a drug runner for a Mexican cartel, was shot twice and then died later at the hospital.
They have been here before. There's a result with some video footage off of Mr. Harris's phone. They had been here looking before.
That is what's so shocking to people. Harris was found in a room wearing a bulletproof vest, gloves, and face covering. Not the usual Barney Harris they knew.
Man that I met, he was a cool guy. Cool. And like I said, the kids liked him.
Even the school where Harris coached and taught Spanish echoed those sentiments. A long Facebook post was on the Union Charter Academy Facebook page when he died, asking people to celebrate the life of Harris. An hour after the news conference, all mentions of the coach was deleted, and authorities hope others erase their memory before something else bad happens.
I'll tell you right now, as sheriff, I'm still worried about some retaliation because the Mexican cartels, they don't forget. They're going to pay somebody back.
The Alamance Sheriff's Office says the case is still under investigation, but authorities did arrest Stephen Stewart Jr., the brother-in-law of Harris, for his connection to the alleged crime. Will Lewis, Fox 46.
And ahead on our newscast, Madison Forsey talks with the NAACP president about Sean Rambert, a black man killed by Greenville police in 2019. She dives deeper into what happened after the incident and the questions that family members have for Pitt County. And be sure to tune into this week's episode of What the Politics. This week's episode examines the dangers of futurist thinking. Futurists create scenarios related to counterintelligence and suggest how government organizations should respond. This week's special guest highlights the failures in the practice of futurethink, what he calls a failure of imagination. Tune in at WNCT.com, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for tuning in to our late afternoon update. I'm Victoria Holmes here in the WNCT Digital Studio.